What's up guys, it's Keeping on My Mind, and today we will be setting up this QiZheng. So as promised in the review, here is the setup video. So first of all, you're going to need the 5x5. I am using the QiZheng. You are going to need some fast lube. I am using weight 20 of this lube that I picked up from a hobby store. A screwdriver. You can use a flathead or a Phillips. I'm using flathead. So step one is to disassemble it, which is much easier than you think. You're going to take your screwdriver and pop off the center cap, and then you're just going to unscrew it. That should be it. And it explodes, and now gather all the pieces. So then you are going to fully disassemble it. Alright, so next you are going to fish out the center piece out of the pile of pieces. And then you are going to take the core and you are going to take off every single side just by popping off the center cap, putting it aside, and then undoing the screws. Alright, so now we have our center caps, our centers, and our core. Just pull the spring out. So you want to set them aside and do that with all the centers. I'm not exactly sure how well you can see that, but there's tons of dust in the springs. It's not dust, it's just like broken down plastic and gunk. It's really gross. So that's why we are cleaning these out. So we're going to take a rag. Don't worry, we're not going to wipe off every single piece because on a 5x5 or anything bigger than like a 3x3, it's going to take way too long. The screw, put it into the rag and put the screwdriver on it and just grip the tread and turn it, and then the base as well. So just like that. Perfect, now shiny. Now you're going to do that with all 6 screws. And you also want to take the spring and put it in and then just kind of rub it like that. It's not really that hard, and you do that with all the springs as well. Or a heavy lube and get a little drop on the tip of it, about that much. Alright, and we are going to run it on the base of the screw right here. Just like that. You have a nice bit of lube, and then also on this part right here, we are also going to put a ton of lube on every side of it. Yeah, that's just simple enough. And then you just put your spring on, and then you want to get a little bit more lube on the tip. You want to rub it over the outside of the spring, and you do that with the rest of the 5 ones left. Then we are just going to get our center, get our screwdriver, and put our rag over our screwdriver, stick it down in the center, and just clean it out by like twisting and pushing in. Just like that. And then after you do that, you are just going to take a little bit of lube, get a tiny bit on the tip, about that much, and then you are going to stick it down in there and run a circle, because there's a little ledge down in there that you want to lube at the very bottom, right before the bottom. There's a little ledge you want to get lube all over, and then you just want to get lube kind of everywhere else on the sides. And then you're going to take your screw and spring, stick it in. Now you are going to want to get your core, wipe it down really quick, and we're going to put these center caps back in. But first we are just going to wipe down the outsides and make sure to really wipe down the tread of that screw, because you don't want any lube getting down in the core, because if it does, if you turn your cube counterclockwise throughout solve, it'll eventually unscrew and fall out. Okay, and now you just want to get your screwdriver, stick it in, and push so that the tread is out as far as possible. It's squeezing the spring. Put the core on and just turn. Okay, and you want to keep going till you have about that much space. I feel like that's a decent amount. And you want to do that evenly on every single side. So one quick note, make sure you have a cube on by. Since your QiZheng is stickerless, you want to make sure you put your centers in the right places, otherwise you'll have different colored centers underneath your cube, which will look really weird. Now that you've finished putting all your centers back on your core, you want to make sure they're all evenly tensioned and adjust them accordingly. I have already done that. I think I did a pretty good job. They're all about even. If you want me to make a tutorial, I will. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, but if you already know, it's pretty straightforward. Alright, so now that you're here, you are missing one edge piece and a little center piece like this. You are going to take your lightweight lube and you are just going to put one drop right here and kind of down in here, just on this area. And if you're using a syringe, you can do the same thing. And there's the drop. Perfect. Now I'm going to do one more, but I'm going to do it over here, right here, and that will crack. And now we're going to stick those last two pieces in and solve it. And we are also going to make sure that it doesn't have parity, that we didn't assemble it wrong, and then we are going to retension it and put the center caps back on, and we'll be done. Okay, so now we're here, and these two are actually swapped. So I'm going to pop out an edge, and then pop out this edge as well. There we go. And then you just want to take out the two corners and swap them, because if you swap two corners, you swapped two edges. It's easier because you only have to move two pieces and not 6. I'm going to tighten it about a half turn on each side. It's a little sluggish, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take some weight 1, get a tiny bit, and I am just going to put it down in there and down in here. Make sure it really gets everywhere. There we go. That makes it nice and fast. And now I'm just going to put my center caps on, and we are done. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't seen the review of this cube already, it's right up here. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.